अब तक आपने देखा गोलकोंडा किले के इतिहास के बारे में, कैसे ये किला जाना जाता था उसके एक्यूस्टिक सिग्नल सिस्टम के लिए। कोहिनूर ब्लॉग जैसे विश्व के 13 नायाब हीरो को जन्म दिया। उस समय का विश्व का मशहूर डायमंड मार्केट भी इसी किले के अंदर लगता था। और बहुत सारी चीज़ें आपने पार्ट 1 में देख ली। चलिए अब चलते हैं पार्ट 2 में, जहाँ आपको देखने मिलेगा पूरे गोलकोंडा किले के इतिहास के बारे में। और उसके लिए आपको कहीं जाना नहीं पड़ेगा, बस एक जगह पर बैठे रहिए और सुनते रहिए। स्वागत है आप सभी का फिर से एक बार मेरे साथ मेरे चैनल पर प्रेजेंस गोलकोंडा पार्ट 2।
We request you to kindly be silent.
इस जगह रंगों जिसकी दुनिया में मशहूर थी, एक गुलशन का जलवा इस जगह रंगों जिसकी दुनिया में मशहूर थी। बेगमों की हंसी गूंजती यहाँ, शाह की शान शौकत भी भरपूर थी। ताज की शक्ल में जब तलक ये किला गोलकोंडा की अजमत करेगा बयां, मिट सकेगी नहीं शान मुल्के दखन, मिट सकेगा नहीं उसका कोई निशान। एक गुलशन था जलवा नुमा इस जगह रंगों जिसकी दुनिया में मशहूर थी।
Of this fort. You see these stones? If they could speak, what wondrous tales of Golconda they would spin out for us. Tales of fortitude and valor, opulence and splendor. Tales of a bygone era engulfed by the dark swirls of history. There was a time when guards kept watch on these ramparts. Sultans passed under these arches. Tinkling sounds of anklets and bracelets reverberated in these corridors. Merchants and travelers from distant lands flocked to the teeming bazaars.
But why is this place called Golconda?
Oh, there are many legends about this name. Originally, this hill was called Mangala, but some people say that it was named Golconda because the fort resembled a circular tank. Others maintain that shepherds brought their flocks to graze here. Hence it was called Golconda, which in Telugu means shepherd's hill. And now, a glimpse into the history of this fort. Come, let us sit here. About 800 years ago, in the 12th century, this area was ruled by the Yadavs of Devgiri and the Kakatiyas of Warangal. The Kakatiyas ruled Telangana for 2 centuries, and under them the Telugu-speaking people of Bangladesh established their distinct cultural identity.
Andhra Sandhigahiyam Sah काञ्चनच्छायशालयः यथा हाटकतस्य रत्नशालिनः केदारा यत्र शालीनां तरङ्गितजलान्तराः कृष्णां गच्छाय हारीता यथा जलनिधे तथा शालि संरक्षिणी हस्त तालैः कङ्कणनादी
Count Venerable, we have defeated and duly punished the errant feudatory Ambadev. Other rebels who stood by him have also been vanquished.
At last we may hope for peace in our land, Maharaj.
Not yet, Venerable. We have information that the Turk invader Alauddin Khilji has captured Devgiri.
Now he might think of invading Telangana as well.
So long as life courses through the veins of Prataprudra and valiant warriors like you stand by us, we can face any calamity. But we must be on guard. We will build a new fort here in Mangalore, which will protect us against any invasion from Devgiri.
And so huge ramparts of mud were raised on the hill, and a strong fort was built here. But the invasions from the north did not stop. The Khiljis were followed by the Tughlaqs, and then neither the Yadavs survived, nor the Kakatiyas. However, the Tughlaqs could not hold the Deccan for long.
Why?
Because local chieftains like Kapanayak organized the people of Telangana to free the land from the Tughlaqs. Besides, the nobles appointed by the Tughlaqs in Deccan also rebelled to break the shackles of the Sultanate of Delhi. In 1347, one of these nobles, Alauddin Hassan Bahman Shah, founded the Bahmani Sultanate in the Deccan. But very soon, fresh clashes broke out between the Bahmani Sultans and the king of Warangal.
What caused this fighting?
Oh, the usual problem. It was the land between the Tungabhadra and Krishna rivers which became the bone of contention.
Who won the fight?
The battle was won by the second Bahmani Sultan, Muhammad Shah. In 1363, he defeated Kapanayak and forced him to come to terms.
Kakatiya, this is the second time that we have been forced into military action against you.
As long as the spirit to remain free lives within our hearts, Sultan, this is inevitable.
We are amazed. If you so dearly cherish your freedom, why did you seek help from Feroz Shah Tughlaq? Have you forgotten that you and we both snatched away our freedom from these Tughlaqs? However, we respect your desire for freedom and we are willing to restore your kingdom to you.
But I shall not accede to becoming your vassal.
You shall remain independent, but to prevent the possibility of further conflicts, Golconda will remain in our possession. It shall be our easternmost boundary.
And so, Golconda became part of the Bahmani kingdom, which flourished during the next 100 years. During the reign of the 14th Bahmani king, Mahmud Shah, a young man arrived at his court from the famous city of Hamadan in Persia. This young man was destined to change the face, fate, and fortune of Golconda.
Sultan Kuli, not only your bravery, but your knowledge is also praiseworthy.
My lord, it is your magnanimity which sees worth in this humble servant.
We hope that your stay at Bidor is comfortable.
Alija, it is indeed gracious of you to have given refuge to me and my uncle in our exile.
Then why do you not settle here for good?
Alija, for me your desire is a command I cannot disobey.
Subhanallah, we hereby bestow on you the title of Khawas Khan and make you a noble at our court.
The ascent of Sultan Quli was meteoric. In just 7 years, he became Qutbul Mulk, the governor of Telangana and the Jagirdar of Golconda. And after the death of Mahmud Shah in 1518, Sultan Quli became independent.
Sultan Quli Qutub Shah तशरीफ ला रहे हैं।
Bade Malik, there is peace and quiet in Vijayanagar and Vijayanagar. The administration of Golconda too is stronger than ever before.
And we shall have to keep it so. Therefore, we have decided to make Golconda our capital.
But it is not in the center of the kingdom, my lord.
Nevertheless, there is no other place more suited for the defense of our kingdom. A mud fort already exists here. We shall strengthen this fort with stone and mortar and reside here as well.
So, this was the first time that a ruler decided to make Golconda his capital and live there.
Absolutely. Sultan Quli had brought with him from Hamadan images of the towering minarets, grand arches, and magnificent gateways of Iran. All this is still visible here. Do you know that the circumference of the outer wall is 7 kilometers? There are 8 gates and 87 bastions in the crenellated wall, and 2 more stone walls within the outer rampart protect Bala Hisar.
What is all this clapping about?
Who are these people?
Oh, merely tourists. Like you. When you entered the Bala Hisar, you must have come to a grand portico. Some people are standing there, while some others are at the Baradari. The portico has been so constructed that if you stand in the center beneath the roof and clap loudly, it can be clearly heard at the Baradari.
This is indeed a remarkable feat of engineering skill.
You must realize that there were no telephones in that age. And so, whenever somebody came to the Bala Hisar, his arrival was announced to the guards at the Baradari by clapping.
Where is the Baradari?
Right at the top of the hill, almost 450 feet away. Look, there it is, there, at the top. From there, one can see the entire area surrounding the fort. The Diwan-e-Khas of the Sultan is just below the Baradari. To reach it, you have to ascend 360 steps. On the way to the Diwan-e-Khas, one comes across various buildings of historical importance, such as the armory, the offices of the Diwan, the mosque of Ibrahim Qutub Shah, the Dad Mahal where the Sultan heard petitions, and the Mahakali temple, built probably by the Kakatiya rulers.
The Qutub Shahi sultans must have been very tolerant.
Very true. There was no religious intolerance during the Qutub Shahi rule.
Where did the Sultan live?
Right here. 280 steps descend from the Diwan-e-Khas to the Sultan's residence. Here, where the fabulous Rani Mahals and the Sultan's quarters were situated. This palace, with its luxuriously decorated rooms, open courtyards, verdant gardens and sparkling fountains, must have been a veritable paradise on earth. Sultan Quli was an able administrator, a remarkably talented personality. Yet, the last years of his life were marred by bitter domestic quarrels.
Ya Allah, for 60 years now I have been incessantly waging wars. I have laid the foundations of a new kingdom. Alas, there is none among my sons to whom I may entrust the kingdom and spend my remaining days in your worship. Ever the eldest passed away before my own eyes. Qutbuddin has no interest in the affairs of state. Jamshed and Daulat have proved to be insufferable upstarts. Had I not imprisoned them, they would have put me in chains. Ibrahim, the youngest, is just 13. What am I to do, Yaquda? Only you can show me the way.
Meanwhile, Ya Quli Jamshed Khan, the third son of Sultan Quli, was busy with his intrigues during his captivity at Golconda.
Believe me, Hamdani, death would be more welcome than this imprisonment. My father will not accept that the kingdom would be safe in my hands.
It's really sad, my lord, to see an able prince like you suffer.
If my father is not sorry to put me in prison, why should anyone else feel sad?
If it were this humble servant's power to alleviate your suffering, I would do so immediately.
You can, Hamdani. You can.
How, my lord?
There is only one way out. The Sultan will have to be removed.
What a merciless son he was.
Planned to kill his own father for the throne?
Was his conspiracy, successful?
Alas, it was.
What happened to the younger brother?
The youngest brother, Ibrahim, had to flee Golconda and take refuge in neighboring Vijayanagar. The next 7 years were a period of intense turmoil in Golconda. But after the sudden demise of Jamshed in 1550, Ibrahim returned to Golconda amidst great relief and jubilation.
I am so pleased to see you on the throne of Golconda, my lord.
Have you forgotten the splendor of Vijayanagar so soon, Bhagirathi? Our Golconda is just a village compared to it.
In Vijayanagar, I was an ordinary princess and the wife of an exiled prince. But here in Golconda, I am the queen of the most successful Sultan of the Deccan.
Without your constant support, Bhagirathi, we could not have regained our kingdom.
Now you must really get down to improving the affairs of the state.
We are aware of it. Mismanagement in the past 7 years has caused havoc.
It could prove fruitful to deal with the common people in their own language, my lord. If you patronize Telugu, you'll easily win over our people.
When we have won your heart through Telugu, Bhagirathi, we shall surely win the hearts of our subjects as well.
Within a short period, Golconda made marked progress. Extensive repairs of the fort were undertaken. The famous Hussain Sagar tank was constructed. Improved irrigation resulted in bountiful crops, and Golconda entered an era of peace and plenty. This prosperity was also reflected in the flowering of art and literature.
అక్కమలాచి హస్తములయందమునేమని విన్నవింతు నేనొక్కక వేళనక్కి తలయోర్చి సమీపమునందునున్నచో జొక్కపు దమ్మి పువ్వులనుచున్ గరుడధమరాళిగాను కెంపెక్కిన పల్లవంబులను నిద్ధను దాయును గండు కోయలు
Vah! Adbhutam! What is the title of this poetical work, Gangadhar Kavi?
Tapati Samavarna Upakyanam.
You have indeed spun out this love story with telling effect.
Alija, Kandukuri Rudrakavi is here to pay his respects.
Subhanallah.
Huzur, Rudrakavi has written a new work which is both poetry and drama.
Well, we shall ask him to recite it today. Welcome, Rudrakavi. It seems this shall turn out to be a fine gathering.
It is indeed commendable that you find time for poetry, Sultan.
Rudrakavi, poetry is the voice of the people. Is it not our duty to listen to it?
No wonder that the people of Telangana love you so much.
Do you know what the people call you? Malikabharam, or just Abhiram?
It is a gesture of their love, Rudrakavi. Anyway, we have heard that you have written something new.
Sultan, I have tried out an experiment in the folk style of Yakshagan.
Let us hear a portion of this new work, Rudrakavi.
కనుల నశ్రులు క్రమ్మగవగచున్ ఔరా విధివశమని తలయూచున్ ఎకికి ప్రాణములికనని తలచున్ క్రమరసొమ్ములు రొమ్మున నొత్తున్ ఏగతి నోతుని కానని పలుకున్ బాపుర విధియని పాలము ముట్టు
In 1565, Ibrahim's wife Bhagirathi gave birth to a son. Amidst widespread celebrations, the Sultan distributed largesse and named his son Muhammad Quli.
शाह को रब ने दिया एक बेटा जिसके दीदार से दिल हो खुर्रम किए शुक्राने में दरिया दिल शाह ने रैयत पे बहुत लुत्फो करम चरख ने साल वलादत पे कहा बाएसे रोजी अहले आलम बाएसे रोजी अहले आलम.
From the very beginning, Prince Muhammad Quli was inclined more towards winning hearts than conquering forts. Nature had bestowed on him the gift of poetry and music. The love tale of Muhammad Quli and Bhagmati is related by people even to this day. It is said that Bhagmati lived in Chichlam village on the other side of the Musi river near the fort. She was extremely beautiful and accomplished in music and dance. One stormy night, the prince risked his life to go and meet his beloved.
Bhagmati! Bhagmati!
You, my lord? In this stormy weather?
Yes, Bhagmati. I couldn't stay away.
How did you find your way in the dark?
There was the flame of your love in my heart. Your face was beckoning me like a beacon at night.
You should have never taken such a risk.
Do you think I could live without meeting you? Each breath of mine, each heartbeat is for you alone, my love.
It is said that when the Sultan came to know that the prince had risked his life to meet Bhagmati, all restrictions were withdrawn.
तू
जो मैं बता रहा था कि जो इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ हुआ हम लोग जब म्यूज़िकल शो देख रहे थे, जब हम लोग यहाँ पे आए तब पता चला कि इसका कुछ तो चार्जेस पे करना पड़ेगा। जब हम लोग यहाँ पे आ रहे थे, जब हम लोग ऐसे ही रैंडमली घुस गए अंदर बिना किसी को पूछे, बिना किसी को कुछ बोले, एंड फ्री में हम लोग पूरा शो देख के आ गए। पूरा शो नहीं दिखा पाया मैंने क्योंकि हम लोग पक गए थे, क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया था, क्योंकि हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा एग्जॉस्ट हो गए अभी, एंड बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें ज़्यादा हो गई थी। तो इस वजह से अभी जो भी जितना भी है मैंने जितना दिखाया आपको, एंड सो फार सो गुड। बाकी जितना भी मैंने शूट कर सकता था मैंने शूट कर दिया है फर्स्ट और सेकंड पार्ट का। तब तक के लिए मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट व्लॉग में, एंड ये भी वीडियो पूरा देख के जाना। तो उन्होंने बहुत मेहनत की है, एंड लेट्स सी, जो भी जैसा भी है लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब कर देना। अगर नए हो तो चैनल पे प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब कर देना, एंड मिलते हैं यार, बस थक गया अभी मैं, कुछ ही बोले जा रहा हूँ। बाय।